Good morning, I'm Maddie Jansen, and this is the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's everything you need to know to start your day in about 15 minutes.
In the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Here we go again. Snow's falling in our mountain communities, making the commute difficult for drivers. We'll tell you what this storm means for the 5 and the 58 and how it could impact your holiday travel.
Chilling video shows the moment a gunman opens fire at a church service in Texas, killing 2. And police say it could have been much worse. Why a couple of courageous church members are being hailed as heroes.
And the latest on a stabbing at a Hanukkah celebration in New York that left 5 people wounded. This is Monday, December 30th, 2019. Good to have you with us. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Alex Fisher, and we already said it. Here we go again.
It's hard to believe. Now, you're the one, you kind of saw a little bit of the snow falling this morning. How was it on the 58?
It was snowing really, well, not really, but it was snowing pretty steadily as I was leaving my house this morning from Tehachapi driving in. It had just started, though, so it hadn't had time to pile up really and cause any issues on the road for the 58. I just took it slow, but it depends on how long this keeps going. Already, we've got some issues up on the 5 over the Grapevine with CHP escorting traffic.
Yeah, we've got you covered this morning, so let's first start, though, with your forecast with Kevin Charette because he is tracking in the Pinpoint Weather Center. Kev, how does it look up there?
This is not going to be a storm that we saw just days ago. In fact, it's going to wind down pretty quickly. I know we're talking about pacing vehicles over the Grapevine. I think there's 2 reasons for that. Number one, it's still cold over the passes, so we've got some ice issues, and we're seeing a little bit of the snowfall, but not accumulating. Let's take a look at the radar, and you can see it already is starting to come to an end somewhat near the Frazier Park area. Some of these light showers pushing their way into the south end of the valley, and we do have some light snowfall up into the Kern County mountains. But again, this is going to wind down, according to all our model and data, pretty quickly. We're not going to be looking at 12, 24 inches like the previous storm. We still have the winter weather advisory in place until 4 o'clock this afternoon. I think that's a stretch. I don't think things will continue on through the 4 o'clock hour, but we could pick up 1 to 2 inches on the high side, and it will be breezy with winds gusting to about 40 miles per hour. 1-800-GAS Road is the best number you can put into your phone for all the road conditions. You just call that number and put in the freeway. 50 degrees in Bakersfield right now, an east-southeast wind at 8. We have no rain in the gauge, and you can see throughout today, just have a 20% chance in there by 7 a.m. And then throughout the afternoon, we should be looking at partly cloudy skies and the mid-50s. For Tehachapi, 32 degrees right now. No accumulated snow. It is a cold morning with that southeast wind at 15. We will start out with some snow showers, snow level hovering near 3,500 feet, but then all coming to an end right around noontime, and then throughout the late afternoon, we should be looking at partly cloudy conditions. I'll have much more on the forecast that's coming up in just a little bit. First, back over to you.
All right, Kevin, and of course, we're talking about the snow and how it could impact your commute this morning, and CHP already pacing traffic over the Grapevine.
And we have sent our 17 News crew, Amber Frias and Mickey, on up to the Grapevine to check out conditions there. I heard you talking about how cold it is, Amber. What are conditions looking like behind you there?
That's right, Maddie. It is freezing up here. And snow is falling, but like Kevin mentioned, it's falling pretty light. It doesn't seem like it's piling up on the roadways just yet. CHP continues to pace traffic, and I want to tell you a little bit about our drive up here for anybody who is thinking of heading up here in the next few minutes, hours. Coming up here, like Kevin mentioned again, no rain in the valley floors, but once you start heading into the Grapevine, we did see some rain, pretty light as well, nothing too heavy. And then up into the back and Frazier Park area, it's when we started seeing the snow. So again, if you're headed up, just a reminder, be extra careful, drive slowly, give yourself that extra time. And CHP recommends that you pack water, you pack snacks, maybe an extra blanket, and some portable chargers. So we will continue to keep monitoring the conditions, the road conditions up here for the rest of the morning and keep you updated if anything changes. But for now, we're live from Frazier Park, Amber Frias, 17 News.
And learn from Amber that it is cold up there, so definitely a jacket is necessary.
And throw a blanket in your car, too, just in case, because you never know, as we've learned over these last few storms, what could happen. Amber, thanks so much.
All right, let's take a look at the rest of your morning commute because things are looking pretty good for the most part, other than, of course, the Grapevine and the 58. So that is the good news.
All right. And meantime, we do have some travel tips from the CHP for you as this winter storm rolls in. And really, winter's just beginning, so we could be seeing this for a few months here. Officers remind you, drive slowly when roads are wet. Before you hit the road, grab a set of chains, if you have them, for your vehicle, and a bag of sand or kitty litter even to give you traction in case you get stuck. Plus, keep an ice scraper and snow duster on hand because having snow on top of your vehicle is hazardous and it's a finable offense. It could fall on either your windshield or someone else's. Finally, stock up on essentials like bottled water and batteries and a flashlight. For a full list of other items to carry with you, you can go to our website, kget.com.
All right, and again, we're following your morning commute because it could be a busy morning for you, especially if you're going to be taking the 5 or the 58. But right now, the good news, of course, is that the roads are open, but just keep in mind that things could change. Here's a look right now at Highway 99 at Airport Drive, and it's looking pretty clear on that side of town. And everything on the valley floor is looking pretty good. Of course, we'll keep you updated throughout the morning. And just a reminder to download our 17 News app for the latest weather and traffic alerts that can be sent directly to your phone. It is 5:06 and a man was shot and killed at a home in South Bakersfield. It happened just before noon yesterday inside a gated community on Missouri Avenue. That's off Cottonwood Road. Our reporter was not allowed inside, but a viewer shared these pictures of the scene with us. The sheriff's office says 911 was called about a fight or disturbance in the neighborhood, and when deputies arrived, they found a man shot. He died in front of the home. KCSO has a suspect in custody. He's been identified as 49-year-old Jose Velasquez. Investigators say he is not related to the man he's accused of killing. That man's identity will be released by the coroner at a later time. If you have any information, call KCSO at 861-3110.
5:06 now. Kern County Sheriff's Office was involved in a shooting in Northeast Bakersfield this weekend. KCSO says deputies were responding to a domestic situation on Water Street Saturday evening. Deputies say a man refused orders and armed himself with some kind of object and moved toward them. KCSO says one deputy suffered a cut during the incident. The suspect was shot and killed.
The officer-involved shooting occurred at 6:01 p.m. The man was declared deceased by responding medical personnel. One of our deputies suffered injuries, laceration, which is not believed to be life-threatening to his head.
Again, anyone with information is encouraged to call KCSO at 861-3110.
A person was hurt but survived after being hit by a car. It all happened yesterday near East California Avenue and South Tulare Street. Bakersfield police say that person suffered moderate injuries. They were taken to the hospital. Police are now looking for the driver who took off. Officers say the car is dark gray, possibly a Nissan. If you have any information, call police at 327-7111.
4 people are safe after a mishap got their boat stuck in the Kern River. It happened near the River Nook campground in Kernville yesterday. Take a look at these photos shared by the Kern County Fire Department. You can see they were pretty close to shore, fortunately, and the department says one person was able to get out on their own. Search and rescue worked with the department to escort everyone back to land safely. No one was hurt.
The search for a missing at-risk teen came to an end last night. According to police, 13-year-old Tierra Teague was considered at risk because of her age. She was initially seen around 1 on Saturday morning in the 4200 block of Parker Avenue. But just after 10 o'clock last night, BPD reported that she was found. BPD thanks the community for your help.
Snow isn't much fun on the road for drivers, but it's great for skiers.
It sure is. How much longer you have to visit Alta Sierra this season? Coming up.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News with Maddie Jansen, Alex Fisher, and Kevin Charette with your Pinpoint Doppler forecast. This is 17 News at Sunrise.
The clock is ticking if you still want to see the dazzling holiday lights at Calm. This is just a glimpse of the zoo's display. These millions of lights are going away on Saturday. This is the last week to see them until the holidays come around next year. The display is up each night from 5:30 to 9 p.m. But keep in mind that the doors close at 8:30. Tickets are $12 for adults. Seniors, teens, and kids get in for a lower price. And all ticket prices are 50% off for Calm members. If If you're looking for a volunteer opportunity, Calm is always in need of people to help out. You can visit Calm's website to find out more. And they really say that they need volunteers starting tomorrow night. So if you haven't been out there yet this year and still want to take part in the festivities, keep in mind that they still need volunteers. So consider that if you can. Again, they said that they need volunteers from December 31st, tomorrow, through January 4th. So every night after tonight, they need volunteers. So keep that in mind.
5:23 now. That's not the only attraction wrapping up this weekend. Christmastown will be packing up as well. You can find Christmastown inside Pioneer Village at the Kern County Museum. They have an ice skating rink, sledding, and pictures with Santa. Tickets are $20. Kids 2 and under get in for free, and it begins at 5:30 each night. 2020 just around the corner. Splash into the new year with a big plunge. Part of a Bakersfield tradition, the highly anticipated polar bear plunge. You can join everyone heading down the slide and splashing into the icy waters, then swimming 25 yards or just jump in and swim the 25 before climbing onto dry land and enjoying some hot cocoa. Don't miss out on the fun. It happens New Year's Day at 11 a.m. at the McMurtry Aquatic Center on Q Street. I've always wanted to do that.
It would be fun. It would be fun to do. I think it would be painful at first, but that's part of the fun. And if you didn't get something something that you don't want for Christmas, we've got an idea.
That's right. Tips on how to return those things properly.
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
All right, welcome back. Did you get everything that you wanted for Christmas? Chances are there's some gifts you'd like to return or exchange, and Mary Maloney has a closer look at how to navigate all of those returns.
They say it's the thought that counts, but when it comes to holiday presents, not every gift is a winner. Every retail and online store has its own policy when it comes to returns and exchanges. Experts say check the fine print before you head to the store.
Sometimes during the holidays, there's actually not the same return policy that there is year-round. Is there a restocking fee if they do accept a refund?
Consumer Reports also recommends these 3 tips. Number 1, don't open the box. Keep the original packaging intact. Otherwise, retailers may charge you a restocking fee. This is especially important for electronics. Number 2, keep those receipts. Consumer Reports says having one will ensure you get a full refund. Otherwise, you'll likely get store credit.
We're reading that fine print to understand how are we going to return these gifts if our loved one doesn't like them, and make sure we're getting those gift receipts.
And number 3, bring your ID. Some stores use computerized return systems that detect abuse, and you may be required to show identification. For Consumer Watch, I'm Mary Maloney.